Hey world, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to do a nice, I don't want to say easy. Today I am going to teach in all levels, simple, easy breathing, beautiful cover girl yoga class. It's going to be for people who don't really know where to begin or start yoga. We're going to focus on our breath. We're going to focus on moving nice and slow. I'm definitely going to display modifications for some of the poses, and this is simply to allow all students to be able to practice. Feel free to use these poses if you ever feel any discomfort. Modifications are very important because you want to do yoga for your specific body. Put on some music, get a glass of water, and let's roll. So let's go ahead and start seated with our legs out in front of us, keeping our knees nice and soft, so we never want to lock our knees. We want to keep our knees nice and soft and flex your toes up towards the ceiling. We can begin our breath here. So nice deep inhales through the nose. And we can exhale through the mouth. We can have our hands out to the side, on top of our thighs. And just begin bringing your focus inward on your breath. Sit up nice and straight, shoulders back and down. Become comfortable with your breath, wiggle out your body. And on our next comfortable inhale, we can go ahead and lift our arms up. Again, keep your shoulders nice and relaxed and bring them down to heart center. Good. So nice and slow, move with your breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring them down gently to heart center. Let's do two more. So inhale, arms up. And one. Good. So from here we can bring our arms out to the sides, relax your hands, maybe pedal out your feet. Good, and from here we can move into our butterfly pose. So for your butterfly pose, you're just gonna put your feet together. You can hold on to your toes. In this pose, you just wanna focus on sitting up nice and straight so your knees don't have to be touching the ground. They can be up here, just as far down as they comfortably go. You never wanna be in pain. And start to flutter out your wings, guess you could say. Again, breathe and sit up nice and straight in our butterfly. So let's take a couple big deep breaths here. On your inhales, you want to fill up your lungs, open your chest, lift your belly in and up. And as we exhale, relax your shoulders. Tighten up your tummy and empty out your lower back. We're making space in our spine. Very good. From here, we can move, transition however we want into our cat-cow. So for your cat-cow, you want to put your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Look forward and breathe. So right now we have a neutral spine, just meaning it's nice and straight. Lift your belly in and up towards the back of your spine. Spread out your fingers. Press them into the ground. From here, on our next exhale, let's go ahead and round the back. Tuck the chin, bring your belly in and up, Press your hands away from you or press the ground away from you. Exhale, arch the back. Hips come up. And again, inhale, round. Exhale, arch. So on your next exhale, let's go ahead and round the back. Lift the belly in and up, press the ground away from you. Exhale, arch, lift your hips up. Again, we're bringing our belly in and up, pressing the ground away from us with our hands. Good, exhale. Inhale. So here we're just getting movement in our spines, warming up our bodies. Good, and let's go ahead and come back to a neutral spine. So lift our bellies in and up, look forward. And as we transition into down dog, try and keep your hands right where they are. You still want to press the ground away from you. Flip your feet up and lift your hips. Try and get your head in between your shoulders. And keep your gaze on your thumbs. Now our knees here don't have to be straight. They can be bent. You just want to focus on keeping your back and your spine straight. Good. Let's come back down to our hands and knees. Good. Come up to a seated position. And shake out our wrists. Roll out your wrists. And let's try our down dog again. So, okay. Let's start from our hands and knees. Again, if you've never done or practiced yoga before, this is a good way to get into your down dog. Try not to move your hands. Flip your feet. And push your hips up and back. Lift your belly in and up. We can be up on our tiptoes. We can have our knees bent. Just find a comfortable spot for you in your down dog. You can pedal out your feet. Good, and again, come back down to hands and knees. Sit up and go ahead and shake out your wrists. Good. Come back to all fours, lift those hips. Inhale, down dog. Big deep inhale, and on your next comfortable exhale, go ahead and lift that right leg up. Just as far as you can. Exhale, back down. Let's go on the left side. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. Good, one more each side. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. And left side, inhale, up. Exhale, back down. Good. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and walk my feet slowly up to my hands, or we can walk our hands to our feet. Just move nice and slow with your breath. And slowly roll up to standing. So when we are standing in our mountain pose, we want our feet, again, underneath our hips, our ankles underneath our hips. Our knees are nice and soft, so we're never locking our knees. We can bring our palms facing outward. into standing mountain pose. So let's do a couple big deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs, open up your upper back. Exhale, empty out your belly. On our next inhale, let's go ahead and inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Swoop down, one more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. From here, let's go ahead and do a forward fold so we can bring our hands down to our side. Go ahead and spread out your toes as much as you can. Make sure your knees are nice and soft. We can put our hands on our hips. And as we exhale into our forward fold, move nice and slow. Make sure your hips don't go back. Keep them above your ankles. So big deep inhale. And exhale, we can begin to forward fold by hinging at our hips, keeping our knees bent. For now, we can straighten them out later if we want. And just go down as far as you can. We can have our hands on our thighs. We can keep them on our shins. Or we can go down to the floor. Big deep breaths, so we're making space in our lower back. And exhale, we can drop our head from wherever we're at in our forward fold. And kind of just hang here like a rag doll, so we can hold our arms out. We can hold our elbows and sway back and forth. We have lots of options here. Good, and we can roll back up. Nice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, arms up. Now as we exhale, let's go ahead and sit back in a chair pose. So begin to bend the knees and sit the booty back and down. We can raise our arms if we want. We don't have to. And keeping our left leg nice and steady, let's go ahead and move that right leg back. So we're in a high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Turn that right foot out and swoop our arms over into a T. Good. And then let's go ahead and face the torso forward, inhaling our arms up. Good. Again, move with your breath. Good. We can slowly turn that back foot in, so we're in our high lunge again. And bring our hands down on either side of our foot. And slowly step that foot back. So we're in our forward fold. From your forward fold, let's do a couple of half lifts. So again, make sure your hips are over your ankles. In our half lifts, we're going to lift our chest, open up our lower back, face forward, and then exhales, we're going to let our head hang, arms come out. So again, inhale, half lift. Pull your collarbones out, shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, let your head hang. One more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good, we can slowly roll ourselves back up to standing. Inhale those arms up. Now anything we do on one side, we're going to want to do on the other to keep our body nice and balanced. So on our exhale, go ahead and sit back into your chair. So the booty comes back and down, spread your toes out. Keep your feet grounded and our hands can either be down or raised. And go ahead and bring that left foot back. So we're in a high lunge. Make sure your knee doesn't go over your ankle. Keep it at a nice 90-degree. Good, turn that left foot out and swoop our arms over. And again, we're going to move our torso facing forward, keeping that back foot out. Inhale, arms up. One more, move with your breath. Good. And slowly exhale our hands down, turn that back foot in. And step forward into a nice forward fold. Pedal out your feet. Good, slowly roll back up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let's come back to a standing mountain pose. Palms facing out. Okay, go ahead and inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Take a big deep inhale, fill up your chest, kind of like a balloon. And as we exhale, go ahead and forward fold. Nice and slow, move with your breath. Good. Take your time getting down into your forward fold. And from here, we can either walk our feet out or walk our hands out. So I'm going to go ahead and walk my feet out into down dog. Pedal out your feet. Good. From here, take a big deep inhale, and on our exhale, go ahead and come out into plank. So we're going to still be pushing the ground away from us. We can adjust as needed. On our exhale, let's go ahead and bend our elbows, keeping them close to our bodies, and chaturanga down. Flip the feet up into cobra. Good, and push back up into down dog. Good, let's add a little leg lift in there. So right leg comes up. Exhale, back down. Other side, left leg comes up. Exhale, back down. Good. Breathe out into your plank. Find your next exhale and bend your elbows, chaturanga down. And we can come up into our cobra. Now our cobra doesn't always have to be a full cobra. We can also do baby cobra. Good, inhale that left leg up. This time, let's go ahead and bring it all the way through in between our hands. And step up into our high lunge. Good, bring those hands down to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it back down. And we can push that leg back into plank. Push our hips back up into down dog. Take a couple breaths here. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So left leg comes up. Exhale all the way through into between your hands. And come standing into a high lunge. We're gonna inhale our arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, one more, inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, bring your hands back down and push that leg back into plank. Big deep inhale, lift your belly up towards your spine. Press the ground away from you. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga down. Again, we can either do our full cobra or our baby cobra. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Flex your tummy and inhale back up into our down dog. Good. Begin to walk your feet up towards your hands and roll to standing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to heart center, and let's begin to sit back into our chair. We can have our hands at heart center or we can have them raised. And see if we can sit all the way down onto our bottoms. Good. Back into our staff. Don't put bottom in there.
Remember when I said buttocks?
We find ourselves back in our staff position, so our sitting bones pressing into the ground, activating our legs, flexing our feet up towards the ceiling. We can have our hands on our thighs, we can have them out to the side, and we're going to bring our focus back inward on our breath. So taking big, deep inhales, filling up your chest, lifting up your belly, using your legs to ground your body into the floor. Sitting up nice and tall. So try and get your shoulders over your hips. Wiggle out your toes. Now we're going to breathe into a forward fold, so you can bring your hands out, palms facing up. From here, we're just going to begin to breathe into our forward fold nice and gently with our palms facing up towards the ceiling. And it's the same concept as our standing forward fold, so you want to keep your chest out and begin to lead with your chest. Hinge at your hips and breathe slowly down. So inhale, lift the chest, make space in your lower back. Exhale, fold forward. Keep your knees nice and soft. Again, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. We can let our head hang here if we want, wherever you are at in your forward fold. Good, and slowly come back up. Nice straight back. Big deep breaths. Now from here we can lay down into our Savasana, bringing our focus inward on our breath. So however you want to lay down, we can face our palms up, and you can either have your legs bent or straightened. Close our eyes. Bring your focus back in on your breath. Good. Now we can stay in our Savasana for as long as we like. That is your time to breathe, your time to meditate, focus, maybe set an intention for the day. I hope you enjoyed that relaxing little flow. I hope your muscles feel nice and loose and relaxed and your mind feels calm. This was all about calming your mind, focusing on your body, and some introductory poses to get you started. Remember, keep practicing, always listen to your body. We will see you next time. Namaste. We're just walking sacks of gross. Literally. Humans are like bleh. Dogs, on the other hand, are perfect. And no, just no. I make no sense.
I'm like, I think I'm like stupid.